Hi, I'm Jason Klom, and today on Jay of All Trades, I'm going to show you how to make this. A Lego-powered toilet paper dispenser. So in addition to being a podcaster, I'm also an actor. I try to think of the first thing I should say. I guess podcaster is the one thing anybody might know me from. So that's what we're going to say. We're going to say podcaster. So I'm also an actor. And the thing that I do the most in terms of acting and enjoy the most in terms of acting is A Drinking Game, which is a show here in Los Angeles. Normally is a stage show. Right now it's a Zoom-only show, has been for the last year. We've been doing the show for 10 years. And it's the kind of show that is very DIY by design. Basically, the actors drink, the audience drinks. We do a stage reading of a movie you might love.
Closing it now. He closes the trap and it sucks Slimer into it. Peter and Egon. Ugh. Peter and Egon shut off their streams and look away. Slimer's stuck inside. The guys inch up on the trap, keeping the proton packs charged and ready. Egon taps it with his foot. It moves, but it stays closed.
It's in there.
Most recently, we just did a Zoom show of Ghostbusters. And normally when we do that live, on top of my head is dumped a giant bucket of shaving cream. I believe that's what they actually use in the movie for when the marshmallow falls on them. And so that's what I normally would get. It would sting my eyes, but it was worth it. It was a fun show. This time around, this is in your living room, this is in your office, so we understand you're not going to want to dump shaving cream on yourself. Most of us don't. There's one person who I believe did, or at least tried to. They said, why don't you try toilet paper? I said, cool, I can throw toilet paper on myself. But then I immediately got to thinking, how could I automate that so it at least gave a fair illusion of it just dumping on me from out of the sky? And that's when this thing happened in my head. So I own. I'm a Lego nerd. There's technically a term for adult fans of Lego, which is just that, AFOL. No thanks. Don't like the term. Because if you say it out loud, it sounds a little like AFOL. Come on now. Anyway, so this is roughly the mechanism. Now I'm going to show you some photos and stuff in here of the more put together mechanism. And when I say that, either at the end or at the beginning, you will have seen this thing just in the intro of this fall apart numerous times. It is not secure. This is not a secure piece of machinery, obviously. I had to kind of work it out. So first of all, it's mounted on a mic stand. And it's extended all the way out, which you normally wouldn't do, but this doesn't weigh that much, so it's not going to tip over. So this is the battery pack. This is the motor that is used for. I got one of the city trains a few years ago, but mostly I use it for cute little Christmas train, little steam train to go around the Christmas tree. And what you've got here, this was from a cement truck. This is a cement. There's a little spiral in it, and little Legos are able to pour out of it, and it's kind of fun. But I was like, this fits perfectly on here, and it's a way to mount this, which is just a couple arms. Again, there were more pieces to this to stabilize it perfectly. It was ready to go for the night, ready to go to be used just once without a hitch. And I actually used it 4 or 5 or 6 times in practice. And it's like, okay, good. It was confidently working. This is a weight to hold it down on the toilet paper. This actually went to an actual floating fire ship from like 1989 or something. One of the oldest sets that I have sitting around that I've had since I was a kid. And these are little wheels that also from an 80s space thing. They have a little bit of tread, a little bit of grip. And I don't have many wheels that would have much more grip than that. And then you just activate it. Let's see if I can get it to rewind. Oh, look at that! It's better than it did earlier. It's imperfect, as you can see. Especially when it gets to this point, there we go. See, it'll fall off. And it's also very, very flimsy in terms of this. So let's try this one more time. There we go. It's a little more like what I was talking about. And the videos from the show are from Megan Newell. Thank you so much, Megan. She's a fan of the show. She comes to all the shows and kindly let me use her video of the night. There's not a lot of footage of it. Let's see. Can I see? This is the problem. What it's doing right now, you can't see this. It's kicking up little toilet paper snow. And it did do this several times. So I had this more stabilized. Again, I'm hoping the photos will show you. And I'll show you video of me trying to rebuild it just a few minutes ago. There we go. So, but there we go. Yeah, now it works. Now what I couldn't figure out why it was doing this while I was recording. Why it was going down and then coming back up. I had shortened the roll so much, and I have it taped on here with some packaging tape, that it just went and came back up, which would have been actually perfect for the night. I could have just let it go instead of like manually rewinding it with this. There we go. Yeah. You can do it. Come on, buddy. I'm gonna burn this motor out. I'm so afraid of that. So there's that. You can go away now. That will probably never get used again, but it makes me very happy. So that's the kind of thing that we put together for the show. Sometimes, though, I'd actually like to break down some of the other props and costumes that I've made for a drinking game. Some of the more detailed stuff, like, for instance, I was Dark Helmet in Spaceballs, and I built the helmet, as best I could. Again, very DIY version of it, but it was it's as accurate as you can get with what I used. I've got stuff going, from as simple as like some paper craft, or even just a flat piece of paper. Whatever works to help sell the illusion for a split second and also be a good joke. If the prop is goofy, the joke works. It's a drunk show. Hopefully the acting is what carries it, which, believe it or not, we can keep our shit together while we're drunk and acting most of the time. But this was an exceptional bit of prop work for me, because I don't do anything this sort of involved. My buddy Grant, who's in the shows as well, he's the one who usually does the most involved props. Typically, this was something I was quite proud of, and I thought I would show it to you. So this is a kind of a brief one, but I do thank you for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed watching me put that weird little dispenser together, little toilet paper / shaving cream, not really, / fake marshmallow dispenser. Anyway, this has been Jay of All Trades. I'm Jason Klom. Keep screwing up.
Just get into Ecto 1. The crowd parts as Ecto 1 drives off. The crowd follows the car. Slimer flies high above the crowd, screaming, and we all say, "The end!"